We don't need no stinking props. Today we're making the Swollen Gland, and it makes my gland swell.
Whoa. Which glands? Welcome to Mad Cocktails. I'm your host, Derrick Schommer, and that's Ian Andrews. And today we're going to make the Swollen Gland.
Did that before I came here. Today's episode is produced by Matt Seviker.
Oh yeah, hey Matt.
Hey, Matt.
This is submitted by Justin W. So Justin W submitted a recipe. It has 2 ounces of gin. He said Greylock gin from Berkshire Mountain.
We use standard dry.
We're gonna use Cardinal spirits, which we're in the process of finishing up an ebook with these folks. And gin was one of the components. 1.5 ounces of orange juice, 1/4 ounce of Yellow Chartreuse,
1/2 ounce, not 1.5 ounces.
1/2 ounce of orange juice.
That's a lot of squeezing.
Yes. Quarter. Fuck. Let me just do this again.
Right.
2 ounces gin, 1/2 ounce orange juice, 1/4 ounce Yellow Chartreuse, 4 dashes of Peychaud bitters. I found this. Submitted in the inbox. Jennifer did all that work. And then I was like, let's just research this because I don't know if this is something that's existed. And then I did a Google and they said it's in the PDT recipe book. So
yes,
I happen to own that on my iPhone. It was like $9. And I really never used it. But I own like tons of recipe books I never look at. And in here...
That's nice to have in case you ever meet the author and they can sign them.
Exactly. Well, show them on my screen. I did get the signature from Moore and Barbara while we were at...
Did you get it? That
yeah,
tells?
but I got it in a little card because I didn't bring my book with me.
Ah, you stupid sumbitch.
Yeah, I know. So, but he hooked me up with like 3 people at the table within like 3 minutes. So I got all these business cards. It's weird.
He knows people. That
he knows
guy.
people.
And he knows,
restaurants too.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell that in a minute. Let me finish this. So, the PDT app, to finish it off, it also had a garnish, which was a thin, you basically take a lemon peel and take off some cucumber skin and tie that in like a little ribbon for a, what do you call this thing?
Garnish pick?
Garnish pick, and throw it on there. We're not going to do that because I don't have a cucumber and stuff like that.
We could have got one for Michelle's garden.
I didn't know.
Pretty sure would have didn't.
I didn't know it. Created by Jim Maheen and Linda Roosmuller in the fall of 2009. I found that in the book.
This isn't that old a drink.
Well, it's old enough. So we're at Tales of the Cocktail. Walk down the road looking for some place to eat breakfast. Can't find anything.
It's like 11 o'clock.
Well, I guess it was after.
Yeah, it was after breakfast time because we were doing.
Obsessed with breakfast.
We were doing interviews and it was a lot of stuff that happened. So we wanted to eat breakfast, but it was after breakfast time. Who comes walking down the road but Warren Bobrow? You've probably seen him on the show.
So we walked by Warren. I don't think you guys noticed.
No, we didn't.
And I'm like, hey, Warren. He's like, hey. And then we kept walking because you guys weren't slowing down to say hi to Warren.
I didn't know he was there. You're trying to make it sound like I was being a mean dude. I didn't know. Anyway, so he comes walking over. I'm like, hey, Warren. Like, I was looking to strike up conversation. I'm like, well, you got a good place to go to breakfast? And he's like, right on his game.
Go to Mina's Diner. It's down that block.
And you should go before it rains.
Yeah,
and
it's go before it rains. He's like a fucking wizard. We get there, great place, small. He's like, all the locals go here. You won't get all the tourist folks that are here for Tales of the Cocktail. It starts raining outside.
It's like a block from the hotel, too.
Yeah.
I was like, what is
where was he going? He was going to check out the cemeteries because he had to get away from people.
Yeah. I was just...
Weird, dude.
It was hilarious.
It was an interesting encounter.
Yeah. But he got his breakfast.
He did. And you guys went the next day, didn't you?
We did?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good guy, that Warren.
Dan had to wash dishes.
Unfortunately, we missed Warren's... Warren had a tasting room.
By like a half hour.
Yeah, because we had another interview scheduled, yeah.
Next time we gotta try and...
Figure out what the schedule is before we schedule things?
But we can't do that.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
I don't know, but... I don't know. It's a good theory.
I think the rule, next year will be to do interviews at like 2 and none later than that. Or something.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I feel like people are free at that time to do interviews because they're in seminars and they're doing this. I don't really know the right answer. Yeah. I mean, I think it's Warren's fault for not scheduling it at a time that was more convenient for us.
Definitely. Damn it, Warren. Just kidding, Warren. We love you.
He wasn't even know. I don't even think he knew about that for.
No, I asked him. I'm like, what are you doing at Tales? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, okay, well.
Initially he said, well, I'll be down there with my book. I'm going to be doing it and sit at the table with the book, and that's all he knew.
And I did, and that's when I caught him. But it was on a Saturday right before we were leaving.
He did do some signings right at the end. So yeah.
And all his books were sold out, so he did pretty well.
That's good. He must have been psyched.
Well, so what are you doing?
He's eating healthy. Remember?
You know, he's just eating. Eating. That's what he does. He eats. All I hear is eating happening. So what do you think of this drink? Oh, really? It's got gin in it.
Yeah, but that's like all it's got. That's all you get in the flavor. You get the gin and you get the bitters.
No, I get bitters. I get a lot of black licorice.
I don't get the chartreuse. I don't get the orange.
The chartreuse also brings some black licorice too. The numbingness, like the absinthe flavor.
Maybe, but
that's probably coming from the chartreuse more so than this. I'm not getting the orange.
It's like a gin Sazerac or something.
It's not bad. It's just not exciting.
No.
Like it's sustainable. Like if I get that drink, I'd be like, oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
I'd be fine. I'd drink it.
It's got a little bit of body, a little bit of depth.
Yeah.
Not incredibly balanced. It's missing some sweet and sour component probably. It's very spirit heavy. It's a martini drink. When you think about it, there's 2 ounces of this, a quarter ounce of chartreuse, and only half an ounce of orange juice.
Right, and there's no other counterbalance.
Yeah,
to
there's no bitter to it. There's no sweetness to it other than what's in the orange juice and the chartreuse.
Very prohibition, alcohol forward, spirit forward, whatever forward you want to call it. I long for the grapefruit actually. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this, but like it's the same color as the other drink, right?
Really dry, thick. The Greyhound.
Is it the Greyhound? I don't know if I'm thinking that, or was it the Dorchester? Was that pink?
No, that was white.
Yeah, you're right. That was more like a lemonade.
Yeah.
But the Dorchester is a good example. Like it had that nice little grapefruit.
Yes.
The Luxardo
had a little
came
bit
through.
more depth to it, more well-rounded.
Yeah. This shows off the gin, but I can do that by drinking the gin.
Yeah. So you gotta want the gin here, but I think the problem is if you want to show off the gin, there's 4 dashes of bitters in there.
Yeah, you're hiding a lot of the.
You're hiding a bit of the gin character, and a little bit of the chartreuse. I think is hiding the gin character too. So for a drink that's so gin heavy,
it's alcohol forward, but
like
there's not a lot of flavor.
Trying to not showcase the gin.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if this is supposed to be like
a
spin of the monkey gland or.
But I don't love it.
No.
It just is.
It just is.
It's a little bit like cardboard.
I don't know if it's a drink to fix because it's like it seems like it is what it means to be.
It's very light. It's just a lot. It's weird. It's alcohol heavy, but also light. Not watered down.
My gums are numb.
But yeah, that's the chartreuse. That's how chartreuse works on you.
Somebody slipped me a Jambu flower.
Yeah, it's like, rubbing all over. Yeah. So I would have to agree with you, and if you agree with what I'm thinking, then we're probably pretty dead on. This is.
I'd say that if I'm right, and if I'm thinking what you're thinking,
something's wrong.
Then I'm right.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Maybe, I'm trying to think of what category of drinker. If you're big into cocktails, I don't think it's going to excite you. If you're new to cocktails, it might have a little too much alcohol. It falls in the middle of like, it's in this dead zone of space that nobody wants.
It's got a lot of flavor, but it's not necessarily a lot of flavor that you want a lot of.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of contribute that to you use a shitty ass product, and it's going to be like a drink that has no flavor that also tastes like shit.
But it's not shitty product.
No, that's the thing. It's got good product. It's just all of the ingredients together are bringing it to mediocre in flavor instead of raising it up, unfortunately.
It's like that group project where the group doesn't have the right dynamic.
Yeah, and you just want to kill that one college kid who keeps playing Pac-Man instead of doing his job.
You mean Masters of Orion too?
Yes.
Yes, Mutu.
It's like your college roommate who doesn't have homework because he never goes to class.
Yeah, and then he drops out.
You got
your own room out of it.
I did get a room for a semester.
No complaints.
No. And it was when I gave him a move, which put him under. That was back in the day when pirating was cool.
Yeah. Oh, I remember. I was talking to this.
Really?
We were talking about pirating at lunch or something the other day.
Really? And I just happened to read.
Remember when we got Diablo and everybody burnt a copy? Didn't you return it?
Yeah.
The original?
No, I would never do the original.
Oh, okay. I thought you bought it. We all burnt it and you returned it.
That's possible.
It's possible.
I don't think with Diablo though.
No, it doesn't feel right to me.
That was a good game back in the day.
Yeah, that would be a game I would have supported Blizzard on. There's plenty of games I would have burnt and returned.
Yeah.
Question of the day: have you ever? You don't have to give specifics, but have you ever had games that you didn't buy yourself?
We paid for a CD burner.
I didn't get a CD burner.
Yeah, you guys bought a CD back when CD burners were money.
So you could actually you can get around the copy protection because the copy protection back then was it's 650 megabytes. Who's going to be able to copy that off of a disc and play it? Yeah. And then they made then you had those pseudo, what do they call them, like the emulator CD-ROMs that let you play off of the discs, and you can do it that way, like with an ISO or whatever.
Yep.
And there's tons of ways you can nerd it up. Now people, I think, just steal movies off the internet.
Yeah.
Maybe you still steal games. Is that a thing?
I don't know, man. You can't really on Xbox. I don't know unless you hack it. I guess I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, is game stealing a dead art? If you can call it.
If you get orange juice in your hair, does it turn your hair orange? Because I know lemon juice turns it yellow.
I know. I don't have a good answer for you.
Okay. Think we should try?
No.
Just have an awful lot of hair.
Yeah, you need more oranges.
We just hit a little tiny spot.
What do you think she's doing?
Crawl over here.
We're done, my friends. You've got your question. Talk about your pirating experiences, obviously in your past, before you grew up or something.
Obviously, everything happened prior to the expiration of the statute of limitations.
That's the one I'm thinking.
I'm sure you're fine.
It's okay. Yeah, you don't have to give a date on when anything happened, but I'm curious.
Of course,
yeah. We're done. We're teaching you how to drink.
That's really, really good.
You like gin? A little bit, because not a lot of juniper, but a lot of almost like a floral gin flavor to it.
Yeah.
Not something you get out of Beefeater traditionally.
I like this. This could be a good drink.